Okay. It says we live, we live. I just want to make sure. It says we live, we live. Ooh, turn this off. Okay. Right. Just want to make sure. Are we live?
I think so. Let's see.
I never know until I start seeing people in here. Okay, let me refresh this page real quick. Maybe I should take it off private. Maybe that's what I need to do. Refresh this joint.
Oh, maybe it's. Let me see.
All right.
Actually, maybe not, because I don't see it.
It's not live, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's oh, because I got it on private. Okay, let me take it off private. Because I didn't want nobody to jump in.
Yeah.
While we was just talking. Public. Bam. So let me see. All right. Okay.
Yep.
We're live now.
Perfect.
All right, just gonna let some of these moonwalkers and moon trappers dive all up in here.
Absolutely. Come one, come all.
I got too many screens up. I'm just trying to organize mine up a little bit. And all right. What's going on? All right. What's going on, moon trappers and moonwalkers? It's your boy Michael Trapson. And we have here the lovely Brandi Jackson.
Hello. How's it going today?
And you know, we just came up here, want to do a quick little groovy talk with you guys. You guys know the whole situation with leaving Neverland and all this BS that's going on in the MJ world, and the Jackson family is hard for everybody right now. But we just want to take a couple little minutes just to kind of like, you know, make it a little more groovy and less depressing. We want to spend some time learning about Brandi Jackson, who she is, what she got going on, and stuff like that.
Cool.
So Brandi, so for those who don't know, Brandi Jackson is Jackie Jackson's daughter.
Yes.
Yes, Jackie Jackson is Michael Jackson's brother from the Jacksons, in case you know something young people don't know. And you know, she's a very, very talented young lady out and you know, doing her thing. You said you do photography, right?
I do photography and editing. I do some filming, but I focus more on the photography side right now, at least.
Okay. How long you been doing that for?
You know, I went to school for it, so I've been doing it for like 15, 20 years. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I go off and on. I also work for I work for different companies. So sometimes I'm focusing more on editing for certain projects. And then sometimes I can come back and do my own thing. So I kind of go back and forth.
So you do like videos too?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a little minute since I've had some time to do them, but I love filming.
What kind of camera do you shoot with?
Right now I'm shooting with a Canon 5D Mark IV. It's yeah. I had a video camera, like one of those professional ones that you have to, I don't know why I said video, I'm just dating myself. But I had a film camera that was so heavy, but it was amazing. I just had to get rid of it and get something smaller, like an SLR. So that's what I've been shooting with.
You had one of the rocket launcher cameras, you saying?
Basically, yeah. But I mean, it's a new model of it. It was you're probably not familiar, but it was a Panasonic HPX 170. And I know it's crazy, but
man, was most of my skits I be doing on these things. So
the phones are amazing today.
Right, the cell phones, right?
Yeah, that was the other reason. I felt like, why am I carrying this 15-pound camera around when I can just either use something smaller like a SLR or my phone, which has this almost the same quality. I mean, they're in 4K now. That's insane.
Hell yeah. And yo, you'd be surprised, I guess, because today's generation, they like the things more natural, more organic. They can relate to it. But to have one of those type of cameras is really dope because you have really good quality.
You do, yeah. And you can get really creative with the frame rates and things like that. But you can do that in editing. So, you know, like you said, having your phone is way easier at this point.
Mm-hmm. So what inspires you when you go out there and film?
You know, my favorite stuff to film is like documentary style, real life. I like filming or capturing.
You for the documentary then?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, hold up. You like documentaries and they ain't hit you up for the documentary. Crazy.
Not at all. Yeah. That's my favorite stuff though. I like protests, things like that, where you can capture that raw, natural emotion.
Mm-hmm. So like give me an example.
Like an example of things that
like
anything from like you know, recently there was a rally for Bernie Sanders. I missed it, but I like stuff like that because people are so fired up and so passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Black Lives Matters protest, a movement. I shoot those sometimes, and it's a different feeling. I don't know if you've ever been to these protests, but when you're down in the streets with them, there's so much going on that emotions are like a roller coaster, and so you really get to capture that. And there's nothing better than capturing something that's so natural and raw.
Right.
But then on the other side, I also like capturing things like I used to run a recording studio. My father had a studio here in Los Angeles that I ran for like 7 years.
For real?
Yeah, and that was another one of my passions. But when
producing or music or recording,
it was a production studio for music.
Okay. Did you sing or at all?
No, I don't sing.
Oh, come on! You gotta know. You gotta have some chops in there somewhere.
No, I don't sing at all, and I'm too shy for that to even try to go down that road.
For real?
Yeah.
You look like an American singer.
I mean, and then you come from a family like mine where everybody's, you know, so well established. You don't want to try to get up there and start singing next to them. Come on now.
Hey, yo, my family, we all do music too. But my dad, they did, you know, like the Temptations, groups type stuff. Everybody in my family's big. They all know how to sing. I'm not the best singer either. So I understand, but you know, because I'm like, you know, I try to get up there, go against them, and they like, man. But now it's a whole different story. But I understand.
So you have a background. I didn't know that your family's in music.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Go-Go Maro?
Say one more time.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Go-Go Maro?
Yeah.
You know Go-Go Maro?
Yeah. I mean, not personally.
That's my cousin.
Shut up.
He's out there in LA right now. That's my cousin. Talk to her all the time.
What? What a small world.
He helped me film a couple of my skits and stuff too.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't know you knew who Go-Go Mara was. Yeah, she got kind of like a nice little following out there.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, everybody in our family, we all doing music. My cousin, he's a barber. He does some hair for what was it, Creed. He did Michael B. Jordan's hair for Creed.
What?
It's we all doing something in our family. We ain't like, you know, the Jacksons.
No, but that's cool though.
Jacksons, no, I'm playing.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's cool.
Yeah. So I understand. So you said like the music intimidated you a little bit?
Yeah, and it's not really my lane. You know, my thing is more visual with photography and video. But the cool part about working at the studio was when people would come in, they'd ask me to document their sessions. They wanted me to film them and shoot throughout. So I really fell in love with that, and I would edit their whole package and then just hand it over. So I like stuff like that. I like just capturing what's real.
Right. And I could tell like you're definitely a genuine, real person. Just judging off some of the interviews I've heard, you know, you addressing all this BS going on in the news today. I did a quick comparison between your testimony and what's this guy, Wade and James, their testimony. Like just the way you deliver the information, like you can recall the information just like that. Like you can think about something and say it just right then and there because you know it's fresh in your mind, and you know when something's true, you can say it just like that. When it's a lie, you have to think.
Yeah, they don't want to contradict themselves because they're lying all the time.
Right, and you can tell you're just delivering a message. These guys are just acting, you know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I just noticed, just the whole you talking about being real and stuff.
Right. No, that's really cool. That you saw it that way. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I had not thought about it, but yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, tone. I do music and I do editing too. I edit and record too, so I know tone and I can tell when somebody's acting.
Right. Right.
Put on performance and I think that's the main thing I realized. That despite everything that happened, despite everything that's been said, I can just tell that everything is one big performance, is one big piece of art, whether you like it or not. Is a piece of art somebody try to make to persuade you to change your way of thinking.
It's true.
This whole thing is all about mood, images, and sound. I can take a picture of you, Brandi, right now, and put some sinister music behind it, and say some fancy words, and paint you out to be a monster.
It's true. It's all in the edit, right?
Mm-hmm. It's all in the edit, and that's the thing. I guess people don't really realize when they're watching anything about Michael Jackson or anything about anybody. Period. It's not about Michael Jackson. It's about anything. Period. They can get lost. People can get lost and forget that they're watching something that somebody else created to make you feel
right. That's right. And I think that's also why people got so upset that there weren't multiple sides shown in that film. I can't call it a documentary, because of the fact that if something is factual, you have to give both sides, and then otherwise, when you don't, it turns into a one-sided acting piece. And I have to say, as much as that film is a bunch of bullshit, they did a damn good job acting. They convinced a lot of people.
That's true.
So
you don't gotta be scared. You can keep it real.
But they did their job. It's unfortunate, but they did.
Yeah. Did you watch it at all?
The film?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched it. I didn't see about the last 20 or 30 minutes of the second part. I have to tell you, some people might get upset with me for saying this, but I was so incredibly bored through it that it was like the most boring thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. So it was difficult for me to watch it for that reason alone.
Right. No,
I don't know if anybody else agrees.
I totally agree. When I saw the first half like by myself, and I tried to watch the second half on live with the Moon Trappers here, and I was just like, yo, this is so boring. It's like this is. I don't care about nothing y'all saying right now.
Yeah.
I want to hear what y'all got to say about Michael Jackson. That's not true. I just want to hear what you're going to say, how you going to deliver it. Oh, you said that don't make any sense. Next topic. Like this is
exactly.
You got me hearing about your life and how much you guys don't care about. You guys are trying to lie on Michael Jackson. I don't care what you're saying.
Right. I felt the same way. I was like, I'm watching all these old home videos and commercials. It felt like an audition tape. I was like, this is killing me.
What I just noticed was that y'all was pimping y'all kids out, or trying to pimp y'all kids out. As far as like, not saying like in a sexual way, but just like y'all was just using y'all kids to build your own personal relationship with your uncle.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because if you didn't have the kids, you guys wouldn't have any type of relations to Michael.
Exactly.
And and it just sucks because you guys. I mean, you can't control like what you're born into. You couldn't control. I mean, anybody can. That's the hand you were dealt in life. Be born to the Jacksons, the most famous group of all time. The uncle's the most famous entertainer of all time. The most humblest person I've ever seen in my life. Most genuine, loving person ever. And to see the world just treat him like that, it really says a lot about our society.
It's really sad. We tear people up. I mean, we put people up and then tear them straight down. It's unbelievable.
Right. And I look around, I just hate because I spend my whole time as Trapson defending your uncle because I've seen for years what the media has been trying to do, and they got a lot of people to believe that he might have been whatever they want them to think, but I try to just help people see that Michael Jackson was a real one. He wasn't like this monster they trying to make him out to be.
It's true. And what you're doing is amazing and so appreciated. I have to tell you that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to tell you too. The first time that somebody sent me one of your videos on Instagram, it was a couple years ago, and when I watched it, I can't remember what it was specifically, which video it was. But I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is like the street version of my uncle.
Right.
He tripped me out. My brain was like trying to figure out how to process it. It was such a trip. But the more I watched, the more I understood the dedication and what your message is. And I think it's beautiful. I really do. And I'm so thankful that you do what you do, because it gives young people a chance to see something about Michael that maybe they didn't know. They can learn about him, hear more music and things just in general. I think you're really schooling people, the new generation.
Right. And also, it's like, we're not saying this is what Michael Jackson was. This is a if scenario. Right. This is like a cross universe. Like, okay, what if this happened? This would be, because people always want to know, what if Michael Jackson said that? Wouldn't it be funny if Michael said this, what he said that?
Exactly.
So that's all I ever try to do. Because, and never ever wanted to disrespect anybody. I love Jacksons. I love you. I love everybody. I respect all the way. MJ is innocent and
yes,
all that groovy stuff. And I'm just happy we have people like you. And I can speak. I think I can speak for all the Moonwalkers and everybody that's in the chat right now. We definitely appreciate your voice right now, because I know it's a hard time. I know you're drained. I know you're tired of saying the same thing. You're preaching to people. I mean, you're strong. I've heard your interviews. You're out there talking to people who don't believe Michael Jackson was innocent or for nothing.
Right.
And you're up here like coming with these facts, and they're trying to battle you with all this other stuff. Like, no, you're saying like, look, this is what it is. Stop asking me all this other stuff. This is what it is. But the way you handle yourself is so proper.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, the sad part about it though is the first allegation in like 93 or 94, I was in the 5th grade. So my whole life, this has been something that I've had to deal with. So I feel like I've had people coming at me a lot, and maybe I'm used to it, and that's why it seems to come across well. I'm not sure, but it is frustrating, and I do get annoyed when people try to shove their narrative down my throat, like they want me to believe that my uncle was guilty when I know him.
Right.
But you just have to keep going, and you just have to keep stating these facts. It is unfortunate that I haven't had the opportunity to say my story once on a big platform, and I have to do all these smaller platforms. But you know what, though? If that's what it takes, I'll do it.
And that's why that's one of the main reasons why I wanted you to come on here, because my thing is now, I feel like there's no platform too small, and there's like definitely no platform too big, because even like just talking to somebody on the street, by just giving them just valid information, some people just don't know.
Yes.
People might watch this documentary. They don't know anything about Michael Jackson. They're not big fans like us. They're not in the family like you, so they don't know off the top of their head like what's going on, like the dates, like getting the dates wrong. They just say, "Oh, a picture of Michael Jackson with him and the kids, drone shots,
exactly,
music, and then expo from these guys. Oh, he's guilty." So
right.
If you didn't have the information, to a certain degree, I can't even blame some people. But if I'm showing you the facts, and you're still want to be whatever you want to be, questionable about it, and that means you always believe Michael Jackson was guilty. And some people just can't change their mind. That's just that's on them.
It's true. And you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
And if the ignorant want to stay ignorant, you can't help them.
Exactly. But back to on a positive side of Neverland. So you said you've been dealing with this since 5th grade. What are your favorite moments of Neverland, or just being there as a kid?
Oh my gosh. I still think about it all the time. I'm so sad that it's a memory now. But it was literally the happiest place on earth. I know that Disneyland has that's their slogan, but trust me, Disneyland's got nothing on Neverland. And one of the things that I want to say too is, I know that you know this, but a lot of people wonder why Michael would have amusement park rides and things of that nature on his property. They feel like that's weird. It's like a way to bring kids in. No, but at the same time, when he wanted to ride rides, which he loved roller coasters and amusement park rides, he would have to go shut down the entire amusement park. If he wanted to go to Magic Mountain, he had to pay Magic Mountain what it would have cost for the day, what they would have made that day. He had to pay them that plus more in order to go there and just enjoy himself. Wow. So he created a place. It's crazy, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, and you think about a place like Disneyland or Magic Mountain, what they take in revenue every day. And that's what he has to pay in order to just go get on some rides.
That must be like $100,000, something like that?
It's gotta be more. I would imagine it's more.
Wow.
Because if you think about it, there's at least 100,000 people that walk through that door.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many that go in there. And they're charging $100 a ticket, damn near. I'm exaggerating a little bit. Yeah, I am exaggerating a little bit, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he created a place where he could just enjoy himself and not have to worry about anything else. Right. And it literally was that. I can't even describe to you. Once you pull up to the gates of Neverland, the air feels different. Everything feels different because you could just relax. And you can't get that anywhere else. Anywhere that I've ever traveled before, I've never felt that. He created a magical environment.
And people forget, like you said, like he created a place not for alluring kids. It's for he couldn't go anywhere. People forget. Some people around now as Michael Jackson fans, they weren't even alive or consciously remember.
That's right.
How it was to have Michael Jackson, with us, and how anytime you see Michael Jackson around anywhere, as a swarm of people, he really couldn't walk anywhere. That was a crazy time. So we don't have stars like that today.
No,
I don't think there's anybody out there when they walk down the street, like there's like millions, a whole crowd of people, like
I mean, and not even just walking down the street. I'm sure you've seen some of the footage, but I can remember as a child being in the car with him. You couldn't even drive down the street. He would have a van, like a big hefty van, and the people were still rocking the van. So they couldn't even drive. They had to just kind of sit there until the police came and dispersed the public. It's amazing when that many people are moving your vehicle, basically. It's how do they even know he's in there? It's just insane.
Right. Like who gave him the tap on that?
Right. But that's how powerful he was.
Another thing is people don't know what that can do to an individual psychologically.
Right.
You kind of might feel trapped a little bit. You need your own space. Everybody needs a space, and you can't just go out. You can't move forward without worrying about that person. Why would they want to go? Why would they put themselves in harm's way of trying to mess with anybody, any kids, any type of predatory way?
And then the entourage he had. I mean, come on! Out of all those people, everybody was just turning a blind eye.
Right.
It's crazy.
So, and like I said, we're not trying to preach to you guys. Everybody that's listening right now, we all know everybody that's in here. We all team MJ. Some people just might not have the information. Maybe you guys are on this channel. You just didn't feel like listening to all these, because Brandi's done countless interviews and repeated her story many times. You guys can watch all those on YouTube. We just here, just kind of restating the facts of, represent Michael Jackson's innocence for anybody who had any, different questions in the chat.
Yeah.
So so that was that. So that's a good story. Neverland, the old stories of the experience of Neverland and stuff, and people just really don't understand. And I just feel so bad that you guys got to keep going through. I told it's every 10 years. It's 1993, 2003, and this 2013 that wait each other. Every 10 years they try to do something. Now it's about to be 10 years since unfortunately Michael's been gone, and now they trying to just wipe it all out. Right.
Yeah, it's crazy how you mentioned that with the 10-year thing. Yeah, I don't know that I realized that before. I mean, I realized that this is the 10th anniversary of his death, unfortunately, but I didn't look at the 93, 2003, or give or take. But I didn't realize that there's a cycle, there's a pattern there.
Yeah, and people, and for anybody who don't think that this is all propaganda, you got just do a little more research, because obviously we have people that believe they want to believe that this happened because they want to believe that it was all for something.
Right.
And it was like, no, it wasn't. This is just all a lie. And we're trying to protect the real. And like I said, Brandi, we all appreciate you, because we know that your parents and your uncles and your family is tired of this.
Yeah.
You guys need a break. You guys need a break from all this. And one thing I wanted to ask you was, I heard in one of your interviews when you said with Wade, that he was an opportunist, right?
Yeah.
I could just look at Wade. I could tell he a cornball, super corny dude, man. And I know, you guys, you had your history, and you're young, and when you're young, people say, "Well, she was with Wade," but no, when you're young, or just being a person, period, you meet people and you find out what you like and what you don't like.
Right. Yeah.
You had experience with Wade, and I'm pretty sure you learned a whole lot what not to do and what to look for. And
absolutely,
as a guy that's crazy like that.
Yeah, there was a lot learned in that relationship, I have to say. So I try not to have any regrets in life. That is, if I had a regret, it would be that. But at the same time, it was a huge learning lesson. But at the same time, it has also made me a little skeptical of people and a little nervous of people. I'm weary. So it has its pluses and minuses, unfortunately, but it was a learning lesson.
Yeah, no, don't regret that. No, if anything, that actually helps your uncle out. The fact, because now that's the alibi. We don't have, that's like the most important piece to this puzzle, you. And I feel like, why isn't this being like you said, like the biggest story of all? Like, hold up, this is the biggest missing piece to this whole documentary that can just shatter everything to the ground.
Right.
And it's not being mentioned. But yeah, like you said, he was very insecure. Man, I'm sorry, I just don't like Wade. I got a song called F Wade. I just don't like this guy, man. And I want to pop him in his mouth for all this stuff, you know. Yeah, so I get hot too. I'm trying to keep it calm, Brandi.
No, I understand. Trust me.
But we all, everybody in this chat, we want to throw hands with Wade right now. I'm pretty sure we get an army of people to take him down. But
I'm sure.
Right
well, and that's the thing is, I know I'm not alone in this when I say that my uncle is kind of like everybody's family member. You know, I know that everybody feels close to him in some way. People, even if you've never met him before, you have this connection with him. And so he's almost like part of your family, and you want to defend someone when you know that they're innocent. So I think it's a natural reaction that you have.
Right. And we're, like I said, we're tired. The people are tired of this situation. We're tired of this narrative. We're tired of this. This story is so old, first of all.
Yeah, that's
played out. Like, you know, I mean, it's just like how many, and then I feel bad for the people who are just coming in to the fandom or just becoming Michael Jackson fans. This is their first time dealing with and a big attack on Michael Jackson. But the only thing now is we have social media, so everybody's voice can be heard. Any can be shared, and, you know, we can. There's so many things that can be done now. But yeah, man, I've been tired. I know you're tired. Shoot, like
yeah, it is. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. But like I said, if there's any help that I can do, I will do it. It's worth it.
Not just you coming on here. Just keep saying the fact, because right now we live in a social media era where everything is so fast and it's so everybody wants the information now, and
yeah,
you know, so somebody might watch this now and then they might not have seen it Leaving Neverland. They might not have seen the other interviews. I hope they did. You know, you got to do your research before you start diving in.
Right.
But yeah, so you said, all right, and like I said, what was left out of the documentary was that you said you dated Wade, and then y'all broke up. You don't got to go to the whole story. We already heard you a million times. And I wanted to keep going down that part. But my thing is, why would he leave you or cheat on you for Britney Spears?
I don't know.
Corny, bro. Yo, that is the corniest thing I've ever seen. Like, Britney Spears.
I felt the same way. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, really? But to each his own. You know what? That reminds me of in a phone interview that I had with an Australian radio station like a week or two ago. At the end of it, they threw in a comment like, well, at least if he cheated on you with someone, at least it was Britney Spears, right? And I kind of was like, what? What kind of mentality is that?
Right.
And no, I wasn't flattered that it was Britney Spears. If anything, I was slightly insulted, and I mean that with the utmost respect. I don't mean that with any salt on Britney. I just mean in general. You know what I mean?
It ain't no salt on Britney. It's like saying, oh, I like. It's like saying you think Lil Jon's a better dancer than Michael Jackson. It's like Lil Jon,
right? Like
boys, Drake, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what? So I always thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, oh yeah, I just know he a cornball. Like, the fact that you even do that to you, and that's the thing. Like, none of this stuff ever, like you said, none of that stuff ever even added up with just him psychologically. Like, you would have knew something was up back then.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. And I can tell you for sure that, for one, Wade's story of how he was always with my uncle and he was molested every time they were together. He was never even with my uncle. Like, they weren't hanging out like the way he says they were. So, so if he were over there, I would have known that he was spending time with my uncle, for one. And then two, I would have noticed his behavior when he came back. I mean, you're being physically emotionally abused. That's not, I know a lot of people are able to hide that, but when somebody is so close to you, you can tell something's off. You might not know what it is. Just like when he was cheating on me, I knew something was off.
Yeah, intuition, yeah.
Yeah. And
Your
it's
intuition is nothing to mess with. I'm sorry, that y'all intuition is crazy.
it is. And you know, when I was young, I didn't really know if that was a real thing. But as you get older, you realize that's a real thing.
Sometimes y'all be a little crazy though, because sometimes I'll be thinking of stuff that's not even there, but y'all be onto something. It be something, but it might not be that crazy. But y'all got it though. Y'all be knowing things that before it happens. So I'm pretty sure something sinister has ever happened, and especially within your own family. Like you wouldn't be here right now. You'd be quiet. You'd be hiding out. You wouldn't want to address nothing. You wouldn't want no problems. So
right. And I do have to say, just how you said, sometimes we might be thinking way up here and the problem is really just down here. Sometimes we exacerbate the situation with our thoughts. But for that reason, when I felt like something was wrong with him, I just kind of hung back for a minute and waited to see. I didn't want to sabotage anything with my thoughts in case I was wrong.
Right.
You know, and I was trying to find out what the deal was, but you know, you can't overreact initially. And so some people wonder, why did I wait so long? If I knew that he was cheating on me, why did I wait? Because you have to find out for sure. If this is somebody that you really care about and somebody that you spent time with, you don't want to start acting crazy for no reason.
Right.
But like you said, as women, we have a tendency to do that sometimes.
But I like at least how you're, conscious of not doing that. Like, oh, who you cheating? You cheating on me? Or, you kind of just, let me just get the facts, think logic before, emotion.
Yeah.
You was with him for a long time. So obviously you was putting up with a lot of BS.
Absolutely. And even when I found out that it was true, I never came out and said anything. I just let that happen. I stepped back and did my own thing. He and I broke up and I didn't make a stink about it. I didn't say anything. I could have talked about him in the media all I wanted. I could have used that to tarnish him, but that wasn't what my goal was. And that's never been my goal. The only reason I'm speaking out now is because he's lying on my family.
Right. It's his loss, man. You could tell just looking at him I just want to smack him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be unprofessional, guys. Y'all know how I keep it real in here. Y'all know we got F Wade out. That's the movement. And that was the song, but just the whole point of just F anybody that's going against the Jacksons or Michael or lying on Brandi or anything like that. What I want to say to you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what's up, man. We all know what's up, Brandi. Like, and we got your back around here.
I love your hair.
Huh?
I love your hair. It's perfect.
1984 victory. Yeah. I got that's my favorite era.
I love it.
I love obviously every era. I'm a Michael fan first before, and I just something about the early. It's just something about the early '80s period that I just love.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That was the era you brought up in, right?
Yeah. Well, I was born in '82, so for the Victory Tour, unfortunately, I have no memories of it.
You was 2 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhere around there watching that. No.
I know. But and that's how it is. I have to watch videos of that stuff, You
were in the LA Gears commercial, right?
Yeah.
Right. That was crazy, man. Damn. Yeah. Man, can we trade lives for this at least?
Absolutely. If we can figure out how to do that, let's do it.
No, you don't want this life. Brandi, they be hating you, Brandi. They be coming for you. No, but no, that's so dope though. Just to be able to grow up in that time. Like people don't understand. Like even I was born in 1991, so people don't understand like a time before cell phones.
Right.
Time before all this technology, this social media. They don't understand what that's like to be into a genuine, authentic vibe. And man, that was amazing, huh?
Yeah, it was a totally different time, just like you said. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, what did you do before there were cell phones? I was like, well, when you made plans for dinner, you actually showed up. You didn't call someone 20 minutes before and cancel because you didn't feel like going. It's the mentality has completely changed today. People have just become more flaky, I think.
Right.
And possibly maybe more dishonest. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake. I'm talking about just intentions and personalities and just, just their whole way about just being a person. People say one thing, do another. Everybody's in it for themselves.
And then social media kind of gives people this false platform. It makes them try to project their life as being one way, but that's not really who they are. So then they become this flaky person, or like you said, just kind of misleading.
I think you might get some followers. Oh, we got clout now, I don't need you. It's like, no, bro, you're still a human. We're all human beings. Nobody's better than nobody.
Exactly.
You know, people, like I said, people have been asking me to reach out to you guys for a long time. I'm like, look, I'm here for everybody in the Jacksons. I don't have no ego when it comes to this. Like, my platform is your platform. Anything you guys need, I'm always here.
That's so appreciated.
Yeah, people get they think I'm just he's the gangster Michael. He's the cocky. No, I mean that's just for the videos, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying. But the person behind all that is a genuine, loving person. And I'm because like I said, I'm MJ fan first, loving person first. You know, this is just entertainment. Like I said, this whole thing, what we do here, like I said, Brandi, nobody was ready for 2009, June 25th. You feel me?
Right.
So what we're doing, and obviously I started a couple years ago, but that pain, and you know more than anybody, that pain it's hard to fill that void up. So, so anybody, not even just me, but anybody that pays, homage to Michael Jackson in any form, it just kind of just makes it a little more easier to deal with, him just not being around. Like I said, that was a once in a lifetime type of situation, a once in a lifetime type of being, type of spiritual energy that we're never going to get back. So that's why we're here and trying to protect that. To protect that innocence, to protect that energy, because it really did heal the world, really did bless all the fans.
Right. Well, again, through what you do and people like you, and people just trying to keep his name and legacy alive, if we're able to do that, even against the movement that they're doing to tear him down, you have to keep in mind that there's a good chance in 20 or 30 years, the next generation will have no history or knowledge of Michael Jackson.
Right.
There's a good possibility of that. Like, we could be the last generation if we don't carry this.
Oh, no. It's in the history, though. It's all in history.
No, I know, but this country in particular has a good way of changing history.
But we got
rewriting it.
Brandi, do you realize what we talk about?
I know, but I'm saying if you weren't doing what you're doing, and that a lot of the fans weren't doing what they were doing, that could potentially go that way very quickly.
That's what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do, yeah. But because there's so many people who are strong-minded and know the truth and are willing to uphold his name and legacy, we're able to potentially fight that off. And that's what you're doing, and that's what we're all doing together, is just trying to keep the name alive.
And y'all
doesn't deserve that.
Y'all doing a hell of a good job. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Taj for coming out here, putting in. People don't understand the energy it takes to go out and speak to these people. People you don't really know. You're putting your own energy and yourself out there. Most of the time, you're not. There's no compensation for some lot of stuff. This is more. You said it's more just for defending the truth.
Absolutely.
And like I said, we definitely appreciate this, man. We needed this. Like I said, Michael doesn't have a voice right now, and he's speaking through the real people who was around,
right?
Real family members who has his best interests at heart, and yeah. So whatever. Sorry. Everybody's in the chat. I see you guys' donations. That's not going to disregard it. Whatever you guys donate is going to go straight to Taj's
that's so nice.
For the documentary. Like I said, man, we're here for y'all, Brandi. We riding the whole way.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, whatever we can do to help, get this film out as best as possible. We want this to happen. We need this counterattack, just to have the facts. I mean, like I said, you guys are gonna be out here talking to a bunch of people, but like I said, we need that legit documentary. Get this thing on HBO or get it on Lifetime, Showtime, or whatever.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, that would be. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just gonna say that.
Right.
And appreciative of anyone who's willing to donate or contribute to it in any way, whether it's financial or just supportive. It's extremely appreciative.
Right. Because people don't realize that you guys are not the MJ estate.
No, no, we have nothing to do with it.
Right. You are regular people, just like anybody else.
That's right.
You happen to be related to Michael Jackson.
That's right.
So you got to work a regular job. You got to pay your own bills. There ain't no trust fund will. Man,
No.
they're all sitting on. You guys mentioned that on another video. I said, well, we're only rich when it's convenient for them, for them
Right.
to talk about it. Oh, the Jacksons, they have tons of dollars, they have tons of money, but then when you're trying to do something, trying to make something business wise, they're just trying to they're just money hungry, grab it. They just want to get people's money out of them. They're already rich, or they're desperate for money. And they try to flip it. I never even thought about that until you guys mentioned on I think it was Razor's video.
Yes.
Yeah, his video, yeah.
Yeah, it's ironic how they do that, though, isn't it?
Right, and it's like, come on, you're only rich when it's convenient for them to talk about it like that. Like, no, we gotta make this. Taj is not Michael Jackson. Taj doesn't run the estate. You said Taj got his own thing he's trying to do. And shout out to everybody who's already been donating to the campaign.
Yes, seriously, thank you.
Yeah, are you going to be a part of the documentary? That's too much spoiler talk to talk about?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm totally open to being a part of it. He's he's at the ground floor of it right now, putting things together. But I'm definitely looking forward to being a part of that for sure.
I'm trying to be a part of it. Now I'm playing.
You should.
Hey, look, if y'all need me for anything, if y'all need me to stand in, I don't care. Help promotion. Like I said, my channel is your channel.
Okay, watch out now. We're gonna hold you to it.
Yo, look at me, yo. I'm here. Like I said, I'm a moonwalker first. I'm down. We're dedicated. We love. Like I said, we love you guys. Like I said, this whole thing. This whole movement. This ain't about clout, followers, and none of that. It's all about just getting the message across. And like I said, defending the king of music and defending your uncle. First of all, that's your uncle. That's your family. But for everybody else, man, we hold Michael Jackson very, very close to our hearts, and we do that with the most respect. Possible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna we're gonna get it popping, Brandi. Whatever you need from me, I got you.
All right. Well, that's appreciated.
So we're gonna wrap it up in a little bit. We want to. I know you're tired and. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon, for that. Shannon's my one of my number one. She's been like one of my biggest supporters for like since day one. So Shannon comes in here. She's a very, very, very sweet lady.
That's awesome. Hi, Shannon.
There you go, Shannon's got a nice little So appreciate you, Shannon. So if you don't mind, Brandi, I wanted some of the people here to ask a couple little questions before you get out of here. We know you got a lot to do. You got a lot on your plate. Couple. If you guys had any questions, respectable questions, appropriate questions for Brandi that that may have not been mentioned, or her say it or whatever. If you had anything, just let us know in the comments below. We'll try to read them as quickly as we can. Make sure it's respectful. Make sure these are. Really appropriate questions. I was trying to read comments and like trying to.
No, you're good.
I was like stumbling on those words. But.
No. I was laughing at make sure they're respectable because sometimes there's a fine line. If I don't want somebody to think that they can't ask something if. I'm talking
about like just don't be no cursing, no disrespect.
Sure.
Just make it a real question because sometimes we got trolls in here. They be saying anything. You know how that goes, Brandi.
I do.
You see people in the comments talking about some flirting and all that other stuff. They say, did somebody ask, what do you think of MJ tribute artists?
I love them. I'm, if anything, I have to say it's just pure appreciation and respect. It takes a lot for one, it takes a lot to try to imitate someone like Michael. That's not a small task, So I know the amount of work that goes into that. And to have the guts to do it and the talent to do it, man, I hit props, hands up. And you in particular, you're killing it. I have to tell you.
You gassed me up. Stop.
I'm being honest. I'm
you make me out right now. But
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. Make sure ask about Brandi. I'm saying I understand y'all want to know about Michael too, but this is about Brandi Jackson. Brandi is a person.
No, it's totally fine. Whatever. I mean, I might not know all of the answers to what they're trying to ask, but whatever it is, it's totally fine.
True, but I just want them, because I just want them, realize that you got your own thing going too, and you're also you say you're gonna start working on your own channel soon, right?
Possibly, I'm not sure. Possibly, I've thought about it.
I had a cat look just like that one time.
Yes, my little boy.
Well, if you ever make your channel, YouTube channel, hit me up. I'll help you.
Okay.
Get that out there.
Thank you.
Oh, they asked if you sang, but you already answered that question.
Yeah, no, I don't sing.
They want to know your favorite MJ song.
Let's stand on this. Oh my gosh. It depends what mood I'm in. Okay. It always changes. Right now, you know what I've been loving?
What's that?
Is okay, first of all, of course I always love They Don't Care About Us, especially in times like this, because it's always comes full circle. What he's talking about comes back full circle every time. But I also love Hold My Hand, the one he did with Akon.
Oh yeah, that's a banger.
I love that song. And it kind of breaks my heart, you know what I mean? Because that's what he needs. He just needs somebody to hold his hand right now.
So genuine.
Yeah. But yeah, it always changes.
And what's your I always break my categories down into like you say, like mood. So I say my favorite slow song, mid-tempo song, or my favorite hype, just turn up Michael Jackson song. I say mine's is my favorite MJ song all the time is When We Starting Something. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah, that's just my favorite. It's just something about
undeniable. Once it comes on.
It's just something about them early 80s, but I love it. And then obviously Billie Jean is like the GOAT mid, so this is always gonna be the GOAT. And then Human Nature, my top three.
Of course.
It's just like it's something about those three songs. It's had a certain level of magic to it.
Definitely. Those, I have to agree with you. Those for sure. And you know what else I've always loved since it came out when I was a child? Will You Be There and Keep the Faith.
Oh yeah, from the Free Willy soundtrack.
Yeah. Wait, did I just list the same song? No. Yeah, exactly. Yes, those I have to tell you, I love them.
Right, and because those resonate more to your childhood too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And Man in the Mirror, all those songs. I like songs where he's just kind of being so open-hearted. I don't know. I just think they're undeniable. But the same thing with PYT and Want to Be Starting with Something. All of those I feel like are so undeniable.
But those are great. But my real vibe is the stuff he did with your uncle, all your uncles.
Yes.
Jacksons. That's what I really love right there. People be forgetting about that stuff. I'm like, no. I feel like the Victory Tour, the Victory album is the most underrated album of ever. Like, cause like The Weight.
Yes.
That was your dad singing on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I know because I always said that's Jackie singing on there. And somebody tried to tell me that was Tito singing. That's not Tito singing that. What are you talking about? That's Jackie for sure. No, yeah. I just love, like I said, my personal favorite is MJ when he was with his brothers. Like,
yes,
they just sounded, it was a vibe. It was a crazy vibe on stage.
Absolutely. And you know what? I don't know if anybody in this who's watching this right now has ever, or even yourself, if you've seen the Jacksons live since they've been doing it again. Because I imagine with you being born, you said you were born in 91?
Yeah.
So you probably never
seen them live, nope.
Exactly. But when this tour that they've been doing for the last couple of years is amazing. I know that they're older and people can't really understand the Jacksons without Michael, but I have to tell you, they are killing it.
No, one of my boys, he posted a story of them. They was performing. I think Can You Feel It, man? They still got it. It's still badass. They still rocking. The groove is there. That's the real groove. Like, I don't care.
It's amazing.
I gotta go see it. When, are they coming? Are they coming around this way anytime soon?
I'm gonna check. I'm not sure that I know that they were just not far from you a couple months ago. But they just came. Yeah, they've been out of the country though recently, so they're coming back to the States. They've got a few states that they're hitting up. I have to check. If I'm gonna look, and if there is something, I'm gonna let you know for sure.
Or if they're in LA, man, I pull up to LA. Turn up the Jacksons.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, man. Definitely, everybody gotta check out the Jacksons, man. That's the GOATs. Those are the last of the real ones, man.
And they're gonna give you a good show. Don't be mistaken.
And they performed all my favorite songs. Lovely One. Do they perform Lovely One? Or they perform?
Yes.
Lovely One. Shake Your Body Down.
Oh my God.
When we started, so I was watching. I was like, my man's posting a snippet of all the songs. These are my favorite songs. I was like, yeah. I gotta go to one of the Jackets, but they never come this way, or not that I know of.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna let you know next time they get back up there.
They said, Brandi, how do you feel about Michael? I'm trying to. These comments going way too fast. How do you feel about Michael Jackson mashups when people man? They want to know how do you feel about MJ's mashups when they mash up MJ's music with other artists?
To me, it's a whole nother way of spreading his music around. It's just kind of reinventing it and flipping it a little bit and then sharing it again. I think it's great.
Someone asked, they say they want to marry you. Are you married?
I'm not married, but thank you. Maybe we'll meet one day. I don't know. But thank you.
Girl, y'all, that's all mine. The girl is mine. No, I'm playing. No, Brent, yo, that wasn't that bad. We already answered the best memory on Michael. I'm just trying to just read some of these. Somebody asked, "What's your middle name?"
Oh gosh, really?
I didn't know you had a middle name.
I do, and for some reason I hate saying it, but I'm gonna be proud of it because my mom gave it to me. It was her middle name, so it is what it is. But my middle name is Arden, Arden.
Oh, that's cute.
I cried.
Arden Jackson.
Yeah, when I was a child, and she told me
Brandi Arden Jackson. That's fire. They asked, "What's your favorite Michael Trapson song?"
I have to.
I'm pretty sure you're more of like a person that knows like when you hear it rather than the actual name and stuff.
Yeah, but I have to say, I love watching the videos too. I love watching you do your thing.
Right. I can tell her favorite song right now probably is F Wade.
That's a good one.
That should be everybody's favorite song right now.
Yeah.
So Brandon, we're gonna wrap this up right now. I know you're tired and you got you're hella busy. I just want to thank you for coming on here.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Spreading this glow. Brandi got the glow, y'all. If y'all want to get some glow, you want to learn how to get some glow, go to Brandi Jackson. Brandi Arden Jackson, you know what I mean? Groovy queen.
You are too kind. You're the one with the glow, though. That's you.
Don't be telling me that.
I'm being serious. That's you, and it's appreciated.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it from Brandi Jackson herself. Trapson got the glow. I don't want no more mess about who ain't got no glow. Trapson got the glow confirmed with Brandi Jackson. No, but definitely, Brandi. Like I said, I speak for everybody here. We love you.
Thank you.
Love everything you're doing. Stand up for your uncle, as you should. And like I said, if anything you need from any one of us in this community, just reach out. We're always here for you. We always support you to the end. And we're going to beat this.
That's right.
Going to win.
That's right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
You're welcome, Brandi. All right, Moon Trappers. I might catch y'all here in a little bit later on, but thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for everybody who's donated. We're going to send all the donations to Taj's campaign. Hopefully it's still up by the time YouTube actually sends this to me. But either way, we'll find a way to get it all over there. Thank you for all your contributions. Everybody did not go unnoticed, and we love you. And so next time, just keep it groovy, baby. Shimon, baby, Shimon. All right, Brandi.
All right, take care.